Thanks for your help last time. Not here yet. I told him not to waste time. Oh? Ryoma's not filled you in yet. We're here to take back Master Shoin's remains. Did you ever get to meet Master Shoin? Sadly, I never got the chance to learn from him myself. But I do know what he stood for, and what he wanted. He was truly noble. He tried to make this country a better place despite his lowly station. We can't let them defile his remains. Seems there's been a rash of corpse pillaging lately. People stealing innards to sell as medicine.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, you're here. Did Izo already fill you in? We're going to sneak into the temple and locate Master Shoin's remains. You all set? They'd be too emotional about the whole thing. We need to keep our cool and not cause a scene. Moving out. Ah, here's Master Shoin, and his body is untouched. Thank goodness.
No one snatches my wares. The bodies are mine. Mine! You won't leave. You have to die!
That didn't go exactly as planned, but at least Master Shoin's remains are intact. We'll hold a proper service when we get him to Saihoji Temple. Izo, will you contact Genzui and his men? Izo?
Master Shoin tried to reason with the corrupt agents of the shogunate. But his reward was a wholesale purge, and this pile of bodies. Our local officials are no better. Trying to achieve mutual understanding is a fool's errand. In the end, he who has the power to strike down his foes wins. I wonder, is this what Master Shoin meant when he bid us all to rise?
Izo?
Don't worry. I heard you. I'll get Genzui and the rest.
I suppose that's one interpretation of Master Shoin's teachings. What do you think? Right. You're totally right. I shouldn't be surprised you know me better than I do. It seems Izo's got something on his mind, and he may be dangerously close to putting it into action. I get it. Nothing changes if we don't take action. But what are we really fighting for here? We need to take a long, hard look before we leap.
What are you doing here? I don't have time to be talking with you. Then be gone. Nonsense. I shall not be indebted to you further. Stubborn fool. You needn't concern yourself so much with my affairs. Anyway, some dubious characters will be arriving shortly. I am told they seek to leak certain information to the government. I intend to dispose of them. And now that you know why I'm here, I might as well have you help me. The rogues will likely make their move after dark. They will dock by boat here before heading on into Edo. In any event, this is where I will wait for them. What will you do? Very well then.
You would kill your own brothers, all for the love of Saigo!
Doing it for higher purpose. Now that we've taken out their leader, there should be no risk of the government discovering Saigo's whereabouts. Ah, yes. I suppose I should fill you in. Ever since the passing of Lord Shimazu, Satsuma has been greatly altered. There's hardly a trace of the old unity. To make matters worse, my partner, Takamori Saigo, is on bad terms with our new lord. There are even those who wish to see Saigo killed, as you witnessed tonight. But Saigo is more than capable of defending himself, even if it means striking down his own brethren. Oh, really? You too? A bound to a person for whom you would risk life and limb? I see. So that is why you fight? To find that person once more. Thank you for your help today. I pray that I will soon be able to clear Saigo's name. And when that day comes, I will introduce him to you. In fact, I think you two might actually get along.
It's good to see you both. Listen, the British are building their legation on Gotenyama, and our plan is to burn it down. Naturally, it's not going to be easy. So I've asked a few of our younger comrades to lend us their assistance. Our people have also been watching the comings and goings at the legation. Their reports include mention of a samurai with a peculiar hand. Must be the samurai you're looking for, right? Well, what do you say to helping us out? I hear that samurai made an appearance when we attacked Harris. I know we are dealing with the British this time, but they might repeat their behavior. I didn't want to twist your arm like that, but please understand that my priority is the safety of my men. It's better to have you there. Marvelous. My thanks. Ryoma, would you consider joining us too? Your presence would be much appreciated.
I hear the legation was a parting gift from the Red Demon. Makes it hard to ignore. So yeah, I'm along for the ride.
My thanks. Now, I know I'm the one asking for your help, but I don't think I'll be able to join you. I'm in the middle of talks with the Lord of Choshu and his chief retainers. Genzui and the others have assembled near Gotenyama. Can I count on you to go?
I imagine you've got things to take care of. Let's meet around Gotenyama later.
Look at this place. It's more like a fortress.
Indeed. With the Americans fading from the scene, the British are making a show of their power.
When they finish that damn thing, we're in trouble. We'll never get them out. Kasaka! Yamagata, what took you so long? Anito, glad you could make it.
It's a terrible shame what happened to Master Shoin. But mark my words. I will personally make sure his death wasn't in vain.
Mr. Takasugi, it's been quite a while.
Ito, I've got a job for you. I want you to put on a fireworks show.
And by that you mean destroying a certain building.
Exactly. Now the Red Demon's gone, the foreigners are next. Let's torch them in the cholera they brought. The smoke will rise as a beacon for our cause.
Ah, there you are. Let's get started.
Get a good look? These British gents desire a grand castle.
They've got guts, all right. Especially their boss, Arkok.
You go with the diversionary team. Stir up some action down below, and get the attention of the guards. Ito and Yamagata will start a fire while you keep them occupied. Give them a good fight, then head up to the legation yourselves. If all goes well, once we've regrouped, we go after Alcock. Are you all clear on the plan? You're quick on the uptake. Bodes well. All right, we will get into position. Be on watch to strike.
Savage. Have you no concern for the weak?
Not bad. Not holding back.
You think this can die? Here you are.
You haven't won yet.
Damn you to hell! You savage!
I'm glad you have a talent for arson.
Why are you so intent on provoking the British?
It saved me the trouble of provoking the British.
Wait!
They will pay. I will make sure they meet the same fate.
No. Gensui! You've gone too far.
This is just the beginning. Wake up, people of Japan! As the smoke rises, so shall we! So shall we!
This is no better than the Red Demon.
Look, Master.
I hear Genzui saved a seat for you at his party. Seems he's celebrating burning down the British legation. Well, you feel the same, right? Harming innocent bystanders isn't any kind of success, no matter how pleased Genzui and the others might be. Do they really think that's the right way to forge a new nation? What do we even want Japan to be? I just can't seem to think straight. Well, no point worrying about it now. I'd better find a way to cheer myself up. Guess I'm heading to the Pleasure District. Join us later, if the mood strikes you. I wonder if everyone else has arrived. Well, shall we head inside? If I can find a woman with a bit of spirit, I might even enjoy myself.
The British legation was burned down. They say the big wig fled with his tail between his legs.
Serves them right. Those filthy foreigners made off with my woman.
I can't get the image of the wounded out of my head. So much for coming here to unwind.
I hadn't expected to see you here. Thanks to you, I made the passage to America. I only came back yesterday, in fact. Why, it was full of surprises. The government and education system are naturally quite different, but even their way of thinking is so unlike ours. I was talking about America in the other room just now, actually. I'm, not terribly experienced with this sort of place. I was told to come here to chat over some nibbles and drinks, and couldn't exactly refuse. I wasn't the one footing the bill, after all. Never mind. Forget that I said anything. Hey, how would you like to hear a story or two about the trip? Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but the Katsu, despite his big talk before setting off about being a Navy man, gets very, very seasick indeed. Oops. I talk far too much when I've had a drink. Let's continue this chat some other day. There's something I'd like to get your thoughts on, too. I'll just stay here and, sober up a little. Till next time.
Pay attention now. You'll miss the technique if you so much as blink.
Katsura!
Hey, tell this fellow how good I am. My secret techniques are quite something. Am I right? What do you mean? I'm as sober as a judge.
Do you two happen to know this man? Could you kindly stop him bothering me?
These 3 sheets to the wind. Even the 2 of us might have a hard time with him.
Hang on, you've never witnessed my techniques, have you? Well, you're in for a treat! Really? I can't keep on waiting!
Thank you. I appreciate it. See you around.
Not exactly the type of guy you normally see around here. I wonder who he was.
Oh, there you are! We've gone and started without you! With this, we take one step forward toward realizing Master Shoin's vision. Kampai!
That place would have been a breeding ground for cholera. We were right to burn it to the ground.
Speaking of cholera, a firework display to honor all who have died is to be held by the Sumida River.
It's a shameless attempt to curry favor with the masses. But I'm all for fireworks. Blaze bright and vanish. Hell, that's how I want to go.
Listen up, men. It's time we began the next stage of the plan. The Red Demon is dead, and the British legation in ashes. We have the momentum to finish off the Shogunate. We'll take control and defend our land from the West's control.
Hear, hear! And forge the world. Master Shoin envision!
Then I have a proposition for the next step in ousting the Shogunate. Kill Katsu! With the Red Demon gone, he is at the heart of the Shogunate. And word is he'll be attending the fireworks.
Katsu? I've heard he's just another aspiring windbag. Is killing him even worth the trouble?
It's the aspiring ones that you have to watch. Not that I need to rely on a drunkard for advice. Let's keep numbers low, to avoid drawing attention. Ready to head to the river and finish him? We can't afford to miss this chance. We'll have plenty more opportunities to drink. Great. We're counting on you. Sakamoto, you'll join us, won't you?
I guess. If it's what Master Shoin would have wanted.
I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and scope it out. Let us meet at the Azuma Bridge. You had no trouble getting here, I trust. Katsu is a very prominent figure. He's likely to be in one of the boats in the middle. Once the fireworks start, you'll need to find him without anyone seeing you. You could navigate the boat's roofs, or you could swim there. I'll leave it to you and Sakamoto to do the deed. I'll stay here and keep the Shogun's men away. So, are you all set to kill Katsu? The fireworks are about to begin. Hold on until then.
Look, this is rather sudden. Why don't we settle this with our fists? That's more like it! This is more than I bargained for. I'm not familiar with your style, but it's quite effective. Well, this ain't good. Hey now, are you really trying to kill me? Well, I suppose the two of you have fallen in with those thugs who want war with the shogunate. Fighting is such a bore. Someone should collect all the army's gunpowder. Then we could really have a firework display.
The rebels went too far, but they're right to want war. The shogunate killed Master Shoin!
So you're going to overthrow the shogun? Fine. Then what? Surely you don't think you can sink the black ship with that sword?
If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears. Well, got something?
I do, actually. I plan to build Japan a navy. With black ships of our own, foreigners will think twice before sailing into our waters. Am I wrong? As for the shogunate, you're not wrong. It's a lame duck. Seen from the inside, that's clear as day. But have you considered it'd be quicker to fix it than to spend all your time overthrowing it? So how about it? Do you two want to help me out? Murder, arson. Is that what Shoin wanted?
The letters arrived from Katsu himself. It seems he wants our help with something. Ever since that night, I've been itching to take action. I want to help change our nation. But there has to be a better way. I had a feeling you'd see things my way. I just can't go along with Gensui's methods anymore. Katsu's working out his own vision for what this country could be. You remember what he said on the boat, don't you? I think it's fate things ended up this way, even if I do still feel a little adrift. My gut says to see how far we can go together with Katsu. This isn't the end of the road with Genzui, though. We'll work with Katsu for now, but we're not abandoning Genzui and the others. We should make our way to Katsu's place in Akasaka. He'll be waiting for us there.
So, you made it. Now, before we go any further, let me make clear that I have no wish to fight you.
Don't worry. We've decided to take you at your word.
In that case, let us begin. Now, to revive the shogunate, we must learn from the West, but also call on our nation's strengths. But we need recruits, be it in the army, medicine, or the martial arts. And that's where you come in. I see you are no fool. In fact, a French military officer is currently here at our invitation, training our forces in the Western style. The esteemed Admiral Enomoto is grappling with this as we speak, but all is not going to plan. Go to the Hanzamon Gate and lend him a hand. While we must be prepared to stand up to the West, we cannot ignore the needs of our people. That will only aid our foes. Above all, it is cholera which demands our attention. There is an expert in Western medicine working on a cure right now in Kanda. I want to make sure that remains their sole focus. Would you go talk to them? See what you can do. I'm grateful, but the two of you alone will not suffice. We need large numbers of able swordsmen for an imminent operation. Ryoma, you practice Hokushin Ito-ryu, I believe. You know Hachiro Kiyokawa, I trust?
Yes, we've trained together countless times. I've learned a lot from him.
I want you to ask him to help the shogunate. It seems he is in the Chiba dojo. I sense this request is best coming from you. Of course. I didn't expect you to render your services for free. Who are you looking for? I see. It'll take some time, but I'll see what I can turn up. I'm sure I can find at least a few clues while you tackle the work I set you. Quid pro quo, as they say in the West. I'm counting on you to get us the help we need. Very well. Please, do not let me down. Now I'm afraid I have other business to attend to. Come and see me once you have done what I asked of you.
Do you mind if I leave the military stuff to you? That kind of thing's not really my forte. Thanks. Don't worry, I won't make you take care of everything. I'll do what I can to help.
Oh, it's you. I understand you work for Katsu now. That being the case, there's a duty I would have you perform. I was the wife of the previous shogun, you know. There's no hiding such things from me. But I speak in jest. Katsu serves the shogunate. It stands to reason I have dealings with them. The duty in question is the protection of the shogunate vassals. Following the purge, resentment towards the shogunate has continued to grow. And of late, I've been feeling uneasy. Without definite proof of a threat, however, I can't set people to work. Thus, I would turn to you for help. If you have any other questions, I'd be glad to answer them. I wish I did, but I can't say anything for certain. I'd be happy if it turns out it was all in my mind. So, will you do it? Will you protect our retainers? Wonderful. I can see why Katsu places his trust in you. If something were to happen, it would be after everyone has left the castle. You may stand by in the area till then. It appears I was right to feel uneasy. Katsu's escort has not returned. Indeed. I'm depending on you. We can't afford to lose Katsu. Not now, of all times. I will come with you. No. But I wish to see what is happening for myself. I shall gladly bear the admonishment afterwards. I have made my decision. Let's be on our way. But my dress is not suited for the rains. I'm afraid you'll have to give me a lift. Let's go. The last time I rode like this, I must have been with my stepfather. Katsu was assaulted at the fireworks display on the Sumida River. He ought to have been more careful. He is a true patriot, you know. We must protect such people at all costs. I figured there'd be bandits along the way. Here. Let you take care of them.
My thing!
Those soldiers of power are asking to make a stand.
Don't mind me. Help Katsu!
You're here! How fortunate!
Cut down all those who side with the shogunate! No, not like this! For him!
I feared the worst for a moment there. Sorry for the hassle. You're from Satsuma, aren't you?
What if I am?
Well, well, this is quite the predicament. If she were to find out about this...
It seems the situation is under control. I'm glad both you and Takahashi are safe. As for the villain... What? Nakamura?
Princess! What are you doing here?
I should ask you that! With Lord I's death, Satsuma should have made peace with the shogunate. Yet, here you are making trouble!
With all due respect, I think that's a mistake. The shogunate should not have opened up Japan. It isn't fit to rule. Mr. Saigo would surely say the same.
Imbecile! The Saigo I knew would never think of doing something so foolish as attacking Katsu! I won't listen to any more of this nonsense. You'll be dealt with later. Now be gone from my sight! Forgive me. It's just... I wasn't expecting to see a familiar face. Of late, I had been feeling that something was amiss at the residence. In hindsight, that must have been the source of my unease. The blame for this incident lies with the Satsuma. We've caused a great deal of trouble, and for that, I apologize. Indeed. I, too, enjoyed riding with you. I look forward to the opportunity to share a horse again.
So, as to what happens next. It'd cause complications with the Satsuma if we punished Nakamura. I believe it'd be best to simply pretend none of this happened.
As you say. My thanks, Katsu. I must thank you as well. Your service will not go unrewarded.
Ah, perfect timing. Katsu says dinner is on him. He wants to thank us for all the work we've done. And to be honest, I still have a lot of questions for him. Well, care to join us? Excellent. Let's be on our way then.
Ah, you're here.
So, where are we off to, Katsu? I'm looking forward to this.
I'm afraid my invitation was merely a pretext to ask another favor of you. Mind if we discuss the matter over our meal? Thanks. You can be sure I'll pay you back for this. Everyone good with my usual haunt? Busy as we've been, I haven't eaten there in a while. At long last, the Shogunate fleet's taking shape. Even the crew's beginning to look the part. The hardest part's yet to come, though. And I'll be counting on your help in the days ahead. There's no shortage of those who say the Shogunate can't be trusted. Hence all these divine punishments. Have you heard? People are taking it upon themselves to punish those who deal with foreigners. Damn fools. They ought to try sinking the black ships that started it all.
Ryoma! What are all of you doing here?
Izo? Ah, I didn't realize you were on duty today.
By your confusion, I'll take it you're out of the loop. On Ryoma's recommendation, I've hired Izo as my bodyguard. Speaking of which, where the hell have you been? Well, now that you're here, you can come along for a meal with us.
Well, what do you think, Izo? Katsu has real vision, doesn't he? Bet he taught you a thing or two.
Indeed, he's a great man. You know, he didn't come from money, had no pedigree, but you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone with a mind as shrewd or judgment as keen. And yet he treats everyone as his equal, even the lowly people like me. I can't help but feel that if he were to take the reins, the Shogunate would regain its former glory.
What? Have you lost your mind?
Your turn! Ryoma, you must help me. Katsu must die. You must intercede right now. If you're against me, I'll kill you too. The only way to save our country is to bring down the Shogunate. What am I doing? You've taken Master Shoin's legacy and trampled all over it. You'd better pray we don't meet again. Shogunate dogs.
goes. Ryoma, for better or worse, Izo sees things in black and white. He's beyond my help. He's convinced that because some officials are responsible for the people's suffering, simply killing the right men in power will fix everything.
So, nothing's changed since we were in Yokohama.
I had a feeling Izo was going to turn on me before long. I had thought Ryoma was the only one who could reach him. I didn't think I had much of a choice. I mean, I'm not planning on dying just yet. Sorry, let's do dinner another day. And I really am going to make this up to you.
Izo's got Master Shoin's teachings all wrong. I thought maybe if he talked to Katsu, he'd quickly realize his mistake. Talking to you always makes me feel better. But I just can't look the other way. It's clear we have to do something about Izo. Far too much blood will be spilled if we leave him be.
Who are you? Yes, that's right. Ah, so you're his new assistant, are you? He's told me you're one to watch. My name is Takiaki Enomoto, Admiral of the Shogun's Navy. I've come here today to observe. A company of guards has been soundly beaten by the French in a military exercise. I fear their commanders all but given up on our nation. Without Brunei, our forces stand no chance of being trained to a Western standard. That's why I need you to go out there and impress him. Is that a fact? Either way, I am most grateful. Now, let me show you inside.
Listen, whatever you intend this time, it won't be like before. Seems I still have much to learn. Impressive, as ever. If you die, you'll only have yourself blamed. Not for the man's eyes. Not bad. When Katsu told me he had arranged some entertainment, he must have meant you. You have a curious sense of humor, you know?
I am sorry. At Katsu's request, I did not inform the French side that this was merely a continuation of the training exercise. I intended to halt proceedings if things got out of hand. I never imagined the French base would fall.
Well, well. It seems I was too hasty in writing this nation off. I do not need pressure from you. Admiral Enomoto, I will train your men in French military technique. But there are conditions. I do not expect everyone to be of this warrior's caliber, but I need men who are willing to learn. Samurai who rush headlong into battle are mere cannon fodder. I care nothing for status. I just need spirited young folks who I can teach to fight from scratch.
Understood. We will start to recruit them without delay. I am grateful to you. I'm afraid I must remain here. May I ask one last thing of you? Find Tatsugoro Shinmon in Asakusa and tell him what we've discussed. I'd like him to help recruit some youngsters. Chief of the firefighters. He's an old acquaintance of Katsu's, and I've met him a few times. A quirky fella, but he should be able to help. My thanks.
Listen up, punk! If there's something you want, spit it out. I'm a busy man, and I haven't got all day. Is that right? Well, what's he after? And I'm supposed to sort the wheat from the chaff? I haven't got time for that. Especially now that some gang's been starting fires around Sensoji Temple. Boy, I don't know what's going on anymore. But I've got a feeling it isn't going to end well. Point is, I don't have time to be getting mixed up with you. So go and wash your face with miso soup or something. Go and find yourself a local and ask them, all right? That's what I like to hear. But it's going to take more than words to win me over. There's a whole gang of them starting these fires. So if you can round them up, I might consider helping you. How about it? You think you can catch these thugs? Well, once you've dealt with them, come and see me in the main hall. That's where my men are based.
Burn! Burn! Don't you dare get in the way!
Hey, I appreciate the help, and I've given your request a lot of thought. I'll get you some soldiers, if you can round a lot of us. That's the way we do things in Edo. Fire and fighting! Them's the blossoms of Edo! Turn over! Just my luck.
Let us see no medicine too.
All right. I get it. You're no run-of-the-mill samurai. I'll give you that. And you caught those arsonists to boot. I can't very well ignore your request now, huh?
Chief Tatsugoro, good to see you again. I believe you know why I've come to visit.
I do. You want me to round up a bunch of young folks. Well, your wish is my command. Hundreds of young men with no prospects have come through my care. Many of them are more than willing to take up a good cause. There's no need to be so damn formal. We've been pretty straight with each other so far, haven't we?
Thank you for your aid. Leave the rest to me. I'll report back to Katsu.
Hello there. Just the person I wanted to see. I was hoping you might help me out with my new project. This is going to be quite the masterpiece, I assure you. Help me, and there's a reward in it for you. Well, you see, I want to capture a view of Edo in its entirety, in one glorious panorama. That is, in a photograph taken from various angles, all expertly stitched together.
You're in good cheer, Mr. Beato. Oh.
Ah, Sir Alcock. I was just explaining my new photography project to my collaborator.
A collaborator, you say? To think you'd stoop to putting your faith in such a savage. Are there any lengths you won't go to for this degenerate hobby of yours?
You are too kind. But tell me, would you happen to know of a vantage point from which I can capture an all-encompassing view of the city?
Well, you might try your luck upon Mount Atago. I can attest the views from the Overlook aren't half bad. I dare say, Mr. Beato, devotion to one's hobbies is commendable indeed. But don't forget our little chat earlier.
I shall bear it in mind. My thanks. All right then, Mount Atago it is. Let's meet at the base. Don't keep me waiting too long, though. Ah, glad you made it. But before we go further, will you suffer me one small detour? Mount Atago is usually bustling with townsfolk. I'd like to record a few candid shots of their way of life. With your camera, I'm sure we could manage it in a flash. Well, how about it? Much obliged. Now, whenever you're ready to start, let's head up the mountain.